So here we go. You can see there are several teams here, a blue team, a red team, and a grey team. Let's see if we can figure out what's exactly going on here. The reason why there are three teams, for instance, let's start here, is that, of course, you can't have players sprint across the pitch for the full 90 minutes, otherwise they'll need a week break here. So the players now, for instance, Team Red has a minute or so to relax while Team Grey plays against Team Blue. Now Team Grey has to sprint across the entire pitch, try to get the ball off Team Red. And as soon as they do that, here we go. No, not quite yet. Team Red's still in possession. Now Team Red will have to sprint over to the left side here and try to get the ball off Team Blue. As soon as they do that, Team Blue will be punished and will have to sprint back and try to regain possession again. The green players, don't be confused by them. Those are so-called free agents here on the pitch. They help whoever is in possession. So again, a little bit of a break here for Team Blue as two of the Team Grey players try to get the ball off the red team. Here at Bayern Munich, since Pep Guardiola joined the team, this exercise that everyone knows, 4 or 5 players against 2 in the center, has been called rondo. So this is something like the rondo of the 21st century, a very sophisticated and full team rondo taking place for the Bayern players, who I'm sure will feel this exercise in their legs if this keeps going on for a while.
Against Juve, 5-0. Minimum.
You can probably hear some of the fans call out the player names in the background. It is really a great opportunity here for the fans to come close to these Bayern stars, an opportunity that, of course, fans in Munich enjoy on a regular basis, somewhere between 1 and 2 public training sessions, usually during a week that is a non-Champions League week, of course. It's a part of Bayern Munich's policy to be close to the fans, to be a public club, to not restrict access too much. And again, in case you're missing the really exciting, the in-depth, nitty-gritty tactical exercises, I have to disappoint you. Those exercises are reserved for the non-public training sessions. Pep Guardiola, of course, wants to keep that behind closed doors. What we're going to see is a lot of physical exercises here today. Part 2 of this sprint and fighting for possession exercise about to commence. So I suppose there's a second element to this exercise. The two teams to the left and the right actually play along with each other here. You can see that as well. It's not probably going to work now. It might work. So the red team holding on to possession, holds on to possession for a while and then tries to chip that ball across the center towards the team which is now blue. Here's a good example, at least the attempt of it. Yep. Good job there. And Team Grey still has to hold on to possession. Finally, Team Grey won it now, which means Team Blue has to go into the center. It's interesting from a fan and also from my point of view here. There's something new every day in these exercises, and that's one of the reasons why Pep Guardiola is so popular with the players here. It's important, and many football coaches, of course, say that nowadays you really need to get the players on board, and football professionals who do nothing but train all their life can, of course, get bored easily when they play the same exercise all the time. Maybe bored is the wrong word to describe it, but they settle in too comfortably in exercises that they know well, which is why you just want to keep a little bit of an edge on these training sessions by presenting them with something new, and Pep Guardiola is certainly a master of that. Yeah, perfect example of how to execute a pass from there, although the stop wasn't very good. But Team Grey is in possession now. Let's see if we can get a good series going here. Team Grey loses the ball. Oh, a little angry with himself. Team Grey now has to return to the center. I hope you can hear the reaction by the players. There's a lot of shouting going on. There's a lot of competitiveness, of course, in these exercises, and that's exactly what the coaches want. Here's that chip. If you have been following this training camp on our various social media channels, on FTB TV or in the news programs, I'm sure you would have realized this is not an exception. There is a high sense, and of course there has to be a high sense and a high degree of motivation among the players who are really enjoying themselves while working hard. You can see it in the way they move after these training sessions, that they are exhausted and fatigued. And here again, a shot across the entire pitch, and encouraging words. Now Holger Badstuber extremely angry with the fact that his team failed to hold on to possession there, as Team Blue are again punished and in the center. Team Red are going to pass that ball along, and here we go, a little chip over Team Red, and a round of applause by the players. As I mentioned, this is how you keep these superstars on point, on the ball. Some new exercises. I have to admit I haven't seen this one before in the Bayern training, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the first time they've played it this way. Here now, Team Red lost possession, lost the ball. And recovered immediately. Team Blue back into the center. couple of youth players just now on your screen. Let's go through them again briefly. Niklas Dorsch is here. 17 years old, holding midfielder who plays for the reserve team of Bayern Munich with a professional contract till 2018. Again, Marco Friedl, also 17 years old, a left back who's still playing for the Bayern Munich under 19s without a professional contract. The same, of course, goes for Christian Früchtl, the goalkeeper, who is still a Bayern Munich under 16. Then Fabian Benko is here. He is also 17 years old, professional contract in 2018, and this is a player along with Milos Pantovic, who's here as well, that you might have at least heard of.